Time now to review the news, and we're joined by Dr. Joshua Zaato, political scientist and policy analyst. We've got also Nanaya Osapon, Movement for Change. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us this morning. How's your week been so far?
Good morning. You have the papers that can I have?
Of course.
Yes. That's been good so far. It's almost Friday, so you know.
You're excited about it?
Yeah, very.
Nanaya, how's the week been so far?
My week has been exciting and glorious. There's some ups and downs, but I've liked.
I think that Movement for Change, you have been very busy this week.
Movement, yeah, of course. We have some few activities ongoing, and some people called on us to be very busy, and so we have been busy.
You have.
And the country needs to get busy. You know, some people ought to get busy, and so that the country will move forward. So we are on. We've been busy, and Zaato has been busy. He's been marking scripts.
Dr. Zaato, have you just been marking scripts? How's the week been so far? What has your attention on the news?
They asked you a question. Answer for yourself. Why are you answering for me?
Dr. Zaato, he's just been kind of hospital.
He's not. You don't know him. It's mischief. Yeah. We are great.
Take your 2 minutes, and I'll take my 2 minutes.
But this week we have seen kind of a mix of just coming so far on the economic front. You know, there was the issue of the GDP, the quarterly GDP was very impressive. The Bank of Ghana just cut the policy rate yesterday too. That is also impressive. Oil exports are rising. So you can say that if you look at those three things, if you're the finance minister, you'll be happy. They seem to be good things for the economy. And even gold and cocoa are still also doing very well. So that is on the one side. On the other side, you then begin to realize that the public debt is rising. So I don't know whether we should start looking at that. On the other hand, you also realize that the city is still having a little bit of difficulties. So that is also something. The governor of the Bank of Ghana says that they have released all the requests for cities, for money that the dollars that the commercial bank needs. So that is so good. But I think that one thing that as a country, collectively, we've not yet done is to be able to deal with this issue of Abuchi having the dollar and the rate. I think it's something that past administration and current administration are still struggling with. And I ask myself, I've lived in a number of countries. There's no way you can just walk out to the street and see a man standing there holding dollar bills and just telling them. I've not seen it. I don't know why it's looking like it's impossible to deal with that particular issue. It's looking like this, but we don't. And for me, I still don't understand why. I just think that we need to do that because it's inimical to our economic growth. Why do we still allow these men, these women, and mostly men, just stand on the road with a lot of dollars on themselves and just do that? I don't understand why.
Well, Movement for Change, you do share in Dr. Zaato's sentiments. You used about
of course
nearly 45 seconds of your 2 minutes, so you still have a minute to tell us what happened. Attention.
Oh, really? No, I think that Zaato is right. And I think the Bank of Ghana has put in measures to be able to sanitize the system. The new governor, Dr. Siama, he's done well with his monetary policies and how to regulate the forex market. I think the steps he's taking is in the right direction. What is left with is the citizens' mindset change to be able to conform with the policies that are set. Because, Zaato is a researcher. He understands that when you have formulated policies and put in good measures and the people do not have the mindset change, then it's going to, the policies are not going to work out. But what my attention actually has been drawn to in these few days is the call by many Ghanaians to deal with the issues of corruption and corruption-related activities. And fortunately, somewhere on the 7th of January 2017, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo made a call that we should be citizens and not spectators. And I would want to congratulate my colleagues, Solomon Owusu, Ebo Bakman, and lawyer Pierre Dankwa, for being citizens and not spectators, for petitioning the OSP to look into the claims in the viral video of the former vice president, having said that he donated over 300 pickups to a political party in less than a year. And if you are averaging a pickup one pickup to $60,000 US, it means that we are talking in the ranges of $18 million.
Is this in his capacity as Dr. Bawumia?
Yes, that was what he said in the video. It's viral. I can send you the video.
So you're petitioning the OSP to authenticate the viral video, or authenticate the claim?
He claims that he donated. And this was not just him saying it, he was saying it to Ghanaians, because, I mean, those who are seated in the gathering are Ghanaians. And of course, we have regulations to that effect. If you look at the Political Parties Act, 2000, Act 574, if you look at the Anti-Money Laundering Act 2020, Act 1044, I mean, the sections are there. You can't just make these allegations and go scot-free. You understand? They are supposed to be the auditing of the financing of political activities. And so if you are claiming that you, as then sitting vice president was contesting, you donated 300 pickups, we should look into it. That is 18 million. If you are converting it at the time, which was about 15 Ghana cedis to $1, we are talking about 270 million Ghana cedis. A lot of money. Well, you understand? So if he was even receiving an average salary of 200,000 Ghana cedis a month, we are talking about 1,350 months of salary accumulated. You understand? But let me use this opportunity to also wish Joe Bedwansa, the former trade minister, my heartfelt condolence from us all. He will be burying the mother tomorrow.
Okay.
That's Mrs. Janet Joe Bedwansa in Takoradi, and we wish him well. And we would be there to support. Zaato is your party member, so I'm just inviting you.
How are you inviting Dr. Zaato to?
You should tell.
You know that's not yours.
Oh, he's a former trade minister.
I don't even know that.
And he's a former MP.
You see
and he's a member of the political party he belongs to.
Don't worry, when he finishes,
So,
I'm sure I'll have a chance to talk about what he's saying.
Well, before we go into some of the things that have made it to the headlines, maybe just a recap. Yesterday, the president spoke at the Democracy Dialogue, saying a few things which we'll go into. What he thinks are the tenets of a proper democracy in a country. We'll talk about that. And as well, you may have seen that the NDC's chairman is a video purporting to say that he is on a thank you tour. We've got a member of the NDC communications team who will join us shortly, would authenticate that claim and also understand what the nuances in that video as well means. We'll also talk about, well, of course, he's already brought the petitioning to OSP by Movement of Change, the claims.
It's not Movement for Change.
Movement for Change.
If you read the petition, there are members of the movement that has petitioned. Okay. The movement as an entity has
not petitioned,
but
just
of
members
course,
of them.
We associate with the petition. Why not? We have called for sanitization in our system. We have called for it. Ghanaians are tired with the acts and activities of politicians always being accused of being corrupt. And so if we are able to explain the source of our funds, it would help.
I think you made that point. Dr. Zaato, yeah, which one do you want to?
Thank you very much. I'm a student of accountability, I am a student of transparency, and I'm a student of the rule of law. So any citizen from any quarter that wants to make sure that to borrow my friend's word, sanitize, I'm a student of that. I believe in that. It should happen. It's a good thing because it helps to strengthen our laws. It helps to strengthen our democracy. Having said that, sometimes motive is very important, even in murder trials and other criminal cases. So now you want to look at the motive of the person. First of all, I want to ask the very simple question. You and I, we all see these things. They are members of the MPP. So first of all, two or a lot of parties go into an election. After the election, you think that the system should be sanitized.
Yeah.
Common sense, just common sense, not even law will have dictated that at least you will be asking for equity from all the the players in that election. Common sense. And if yours is a demand for justice, for fairness, then you will be demanding it for all the players, for all the people that came there. So in this case, I would have expected that these people would have been saying that, look, hey, let's sanitize the whole political system. And by sanitizing the whole political system, then you are saying that let's look at all these political parties. I will give you an example. For instance, in my hometown of Tumu, in my constituency, Sale East, I saw an NDC pickup and I saw an APP pickup. They were all branded and they were all there. So you probably, and I saw them in all other constituencies, other places. So if you do that, then your appeal is nationalistic. Then people think that, okay, there are no ulterior motives. You don't do that, one. Two, then you decide to what? Focus on a particular political party. In fact, the losing political party in that general, for years, there are members of that political party that are also contesting for offices. And we've heard them say again and again and again and again what they have contributed to the party. So again, you would have thought that if somebody was looking for Senate, let's say the focus of this person was not on Ghana as a whole, political parties. I agree with that. Then you say the focus of this person is on a particular political party. Then you would have expected that that person will go into that party and try to seek justice for all the people making the claims the party. In this case, you would have started somewhere. You don't do that. What we have seen, therefore, is that this is a narrow, partisan focus on one particular person, His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu, the former Vice President.
What's wrong with that?
Good. That is where the motives then come in. It was His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia who defeated Honorable Alain Chamanten and brought his once shine and his once role as an heir apparent in the NPP to a stand. It was he who is seen to have killed the presidential ambitions of Honorable Alain Chamanten in the NPP. It was he who has sent Honorable Alain Chamanten into, let me say, almost an early political retirement. So, this is retribution. This is retribution. This is a fight back. And what you then see is that it is an attempt by people who have never hidden their intentions to hurt an individual. And that is the problem with this particular petition. Look, the petition will go through the way, and I'm sure that answers will be provided. But my point is that if our political system has been reduced to personal errands, if our political system has been reduced to vindictiveness, if our political system has been reduced to this, then where are we going as a people? Okay. It seems these people, these people, have been hired or have been leased with one objective: damage the reputation of His Excellency Dr. Bawumia and make sure he doesn't become president. It seems that these people have no other political objectives in their lives but to do this.
You have prejudice of if that is investigated, there will be...
No, and that's what I'm saying. But I've told you, that's why I tried to lay the background. Let's investigate everything. It's like, look, we've seen it. People... But you have
nothing to hide.
No, exactly, no. So I'm not against it. Remember, I've never said I'm not. I said, let it go on. It will come on. In fact, I'm very happy that you will see that this is... Remember, I said it will strengthen our laws, our campaign laws, it will strengthen our public accountability laws. But in doing that, you also ought to see the ulterior motives. You also have to see what is happening. I've made an observation over the years, and I've come to the realization that this movement of change is an appendage of, let me say, other political parties with one sole objective: to destroy His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. This movement of change is nothing but a collection of disgruntled NPP members who have been come out, and it's like they have what? Hacked out. They have just hired out to them today just to make Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia.
But it's not fair on them because it's not, as he said, it's not movement.
Again, I am saying that is my observation. You can look at it. I am saying that these are leading members. They are leading members, and I'm contextual. These are leading members of the organization. And they are just leading members of the organization. They are just a bunch of disgruntled members whose sole objective is a tunnel vision. It's a narrow vision. Destroy Bawumia. Go after Bawumia. They have no political objective of winning, of contesting and winning power. They have no political objective of doing it. Anyway, if your question, the primary objective of question is that Dr. Bawumia is a vice president, we know his salary, we know his distance, how was he able to buy this? Honorable Alain Chamanten, at the time he was running for office, was unemployed. We also know his salary as a Minister of State. We saw his billboards all over this country. We saw his branded pickups all over this country. Where did he also get the money? If you are coming to look for equity and fairness, you must come with clean hands. Where did he also get the money? But nobody is going to bother trying to say investigate Honorable Chairman because, well, his political district is not going anywhere. He has no way to go but down. Honorable Dr. Bawumia has every way to go to the presidency. So you understand, they are on two trajectories. Bawumia is going all the way up, Alan is going all the way, so nobody cares. But I'm saying that this idea of hiding behind this is not fair.
Let me bring in. Would you want?
Of course, absolutely. That would not be fair.
I will moderate this night. Trust me.
No, I've written, but I just want to draw attention to the fact.
No, you started.
I would have to deal with the series of lies.
I'm here.
That has been.
Both of you have just. Both of you started.
Thank you
give me a minute. I'll moderate this.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us. Before you came in, yes. we're just telling people about a few things that happened in the news. By now, you know which one they all.
Oh yes, I listened. I was just outside listening.
Okay.
So good morning to you and your technical crew for all the good work that you're doing. Good morning to all the comrades that are tuned in, especially Laura constituency, sorry for the bias. Also to all the hard-working members of the NDC and the appointees who have been putting in so much work to stabilize this country and move us from a broken place into a place of hope. Yesterday, I noticed that the Monetary Policy Committee has further reduced the MPR, now trending at some 21.5%, considerably down from 27% that we started 2025 with. At a point in this country, we had monetary policy rates at 35%. That was in 2023. The worst ever in Ghana's history was that 35% policy rate. It made lending very expensive and difficult for small businesses, for regular individuals, for families. So it's relieving to see that in just 8 months in office, the NDC has put in the work, shown its commitment to improving the lives of Ghanaians and making lending more affordable to households, to businesses, so they can improve and they can grow. Coming back to the subject of Bawumia being reported to the OSP, more basically, I think that, in this country, we do not have a specific law that governs political party financing. But we have a Political Parties Act, Act 2000, I think 574, and that basically governs the registration and funding of political parties. And in there you will find that political parties are mandated to submit audited accounts, including details of assets. This is a law that should, this is an act that should guide us in conducting our politics in a transparent, honest, and less corrupt manner. I'm surprised that the MPP's Dr. Zaato has mounted a spirited defense against the submissions of Nanayao. I think that it's a step in the right direction, that the OSP has been petitioned. That is, it falls within the remit of the OSP, and we need to move towards a place where there is transparency in funding of political parties and funding of our elections, because they tend to get... I think CDD released a report sometime last week saying that you need about $200 million. Yes, something over about $240 million to be able to contest a presidential election for a country like Ghana. That's a lot, exorbitant.
Are you concerned about what he says, that he really doesn't have a problem with who is being petitioned, but he thinks that the motive behind it is quite targeted, because there are many other people that you can as well petition the OSP or other investigative bodies to investigate. Why target only Dr. Bawumia?
Well, if he has a list of people that should be investigated, he's free to petition the OSP.
Is this a fair response?
I think that yes, anyone can petition the OSP. But I also think that it is unfair to accuse a movement for change of victimizing, of targeting, because when you do that, auditing a politician is not vindictive. Unless you are telling me that there are some damaging findings that will, are over there that will show us that, that will call his character into question. Otherwise, you should welcome auditing. You should welcome being investigated. This same OSP investigated John Dramani Mahama in this country, sat him down and asked him questions. Nobody is above the law.
Well, just a few seconds to respond to a few things you claim were lies. Can you outline which ones were the lies?
Of course. So, number one, Alan Tremontin stated.
Well, he started.
No, unless what he says, because I was here.
Number one, Alan Tremontin, as he stated, was not in office. He was not in government when he was running for president.
He said he was unemployed.
So,
That's
what
not
makes
a lie.
Of course. Was Alan unemployed? Do you think Alan would be unemployed?
Mean he was unemployed or he was not in government?
Alan, first of all, number one, he's a management consultant. If you care to know, he's a lawyer. Number three, he's a trade expert, and he knows. And
he was unemployed by the government. You want to say
Alan was unemployed? I thought he was going to finish and I'll come inside. Okay.
No, now.
So Alan was employed. Okay. So we can verify his source of income that he used for what he did. Okay.
The other issue is this. We can count the number of branded pickups that the Movement for Change used in this country. And everybody knows how many pickups we use. We still have the documentations for it. In every region that we had pickups that were doing campaigns, we know. And what you should understand is that a petition should have certain elements. The legal basis on which the petition was written is there.
What he's saying.
And so Zaato, allow me. And so you should understand that the management of political parties in Ghana, or managing political party and activities in Ghana, is regulated under the Political Parties Act 2000, just as she has said, Act 574. If you look at Section 21, it talks about the declaration of the sources of funds.
Yeah.
All right. And so we didn't ask Alhaji to come and tell us that he sponsored. That was his words. These were his words. That he has funded the political party NPP than anybody. And that during the elections, he sponsored the party with 300 pickups.
If a political party has a set of regulations, if a party has a set of regulations or an act, it's governed by the members of that political party, is it not? Can a person outside of that political party petition under that act?
He spoke as a Ghanaian. He sponsored the political party, when he was sitting vice president. And we are asking, was it an abuse of office? How did he get it? If there were gifts or there were sponsorship from other individuals, the Political Parties Act makes it clear that you should declare and state the source. It means you have to be able to identify these sponsors. If you receive them as gifts, we have regulations and laws in this country that talks about gifts and how gifts should be treated. Were they done that way? And so all we are asking, or all we seek to do, is for them to be able to explain to Ghanaians.
I think that's not in contention.
That's not in contention.
That's not in contention.
Now, what we should also be looking at is the Anti-Money Laundering Act 2020.
Okay, which anybody
all right.
Talking
so if and I hope you are aware that foreigners are not supposed to fund political activities in our country. I hope you're aware. And if you look into the Anti-Money Laundering Act 2, it is clear. I mean, at a certain level, you need to declare certain
Why
monies.
are you advancing this argument? Are you in any way thinking that maybe he was funded by...
When you write a petition, all right, there is this statement they always say, all right, that you fulfill all righteousness. You try to look at all angles. So
you're hoping...
And that is what we are asking.
Okay,
because we are fighting corruption.
Thank you.
And it's simple as that.
Again, I just want to make something very clear. I have absolutely no problem with any Ghanaian seeking justice, seeking money, for seeking accountability. I have no problem with that. My problem was the motive. Look, there's one thing that is very, very clear that everybody watching this knows. The presidential aspirations and ambitions of Honorable Alex Chamatan are dead and buried. There's nothing that this Tesafly or the Butterfly group can do to wake them up. You cannot wake up a dead corpse. Those are buried and dead. So the question is that whatever you are doing, you will see something happen. The presidential star or the aspirations of Dr Bawumia are high and above. Let this thing I want to see this thing to the end. I honestly want to see it to the end. I want to see the OSP investigate this.
I don't think that's what he said. He says he doesn't have a problem.
No problem with that.
So what has that got to do with Alex presidential mission?
You see, the Butterfly people, they are a rented group that are used on one objective.
Rented by who?
Rented by the NDC.
Right.
Rented by the NDC. You've seen them. You see how they are in sync. They say that all of a sudden, that's the whole objective.
They were members
the whole
of your
objective
party.
is to say that they are your people. And that is why they were hired. That is why they have been procured. I'm telling you, yeah, they did agree. They are disgruntled, failed politicians who are now
we should be accusing the NPP of funding them.
I just wanted to ask my sister whether Honorable Bizedin should be worried that you're coming for his seat. Are you coming for his seat?
No.
Honorable Bid is my uncle. Bizedin is my
Dr. Zaato, I gave you the time because I
feel so embarrassed this morning.
Thank you.
To hear a seasoned political researcher make a statement like you have just done. Excuse me, my brother. You think, in any way, that a party that was led by J.A. Kufuor throughout to this time, a party that had 167 or so seats in parliament, conceding such an unprecedented defeat in the entire political history of this country. You think that anybody will be bothered about the leader or the person that led this political machine into this pit? No.
Okay. Let's
just a second. You see, surprisingly, no person or no one in Ghana here is naming any leader in the NPP or any of their presidential aspirants
as the ones that are...
They themselves are naming their sins. They wake up in the morning, the 10 sins of Kennedy Japan, the 10 sins of Dr. Educhum, the 10 sins of Brian Champon, and you come to name 300 sins of your own self, and we ask you to answer your own questions. Debut, did I tell him to tell Ghanaians that he bought over 300 pickups?
I think that on this table, there's a consensus that there's no challenge in wanting to know the source of funding.
Unless you have something to hide.
So dealing with this, you see, this is his own testimony.
Which I think you made that point already.
Yes.
No, I'm quite curious about the NDC and the chairman who has announced some dates that he is the NDC's chairman will be going on a thank you tour.
Right. Before I come to the NDC's chairman, I just wanted to add a bit more to this political party financing. I think that all of us have a duty to sanitize financing of campaigns and elections in this country, regardless of which party you belong to. We have turned our politics into a contest of wealth and a contest of money. Instead of, Dr. Bawumia says he has ideas, he's rich in ideas. We haven't seen him push forward those ideas. What we have seen is him joining the whole brigade of who has more money to push forward what he has done for the party. And the kind of monetary references they make are alarming. And any well-meaning Ghanaian should be interested in it. There's no problem with them having the money. The question is, how did you get it? Where did it come from? And if you got the money legitimately, you shouldn't be running away from answering questions about where you got it from. We've seen that they are charging development fee of 4 million, filing fee 500,000, nomination fee 100,000. Yes, it's okay. It's okay to just set any fee that you want to set. But the people who put forward this money, and we've had Brian Champon, also talk about how much money he has used to finance people, paying people the whole year, huge sums of money running into millions. Dr. Bawumia has also come to tell us he's used what? According to the estimation, millions of dollars for just pickups. Can you imagine how much he has invested in other areas of the party? It's good for him, but it's also exactly. It is. We are allowed to ask questions and get answers. And anyone who is trying to cover that up, there's something that you are preventing us from finding out.
I'm not sure I've seen anybody trying to cover that up yet. Not even on the.
Well, people are pushing. People are pushing here, against the investigation.
And of course, I mean, what are they hiding? Zaato is good at writing. And so he can easily petition the OSP if he wants to know the source.
Petition the OSP with anyone that you want.
Just like
let's
go to the NDC and
what's the question about Esiedunke?
Well, since that announcement,
yes,
that the chairman of the NDC says that from 17th, I think there'll be some number of days. Thank you for. There's been some conversations about the question, or one of the popular opinions is that the president is on a thank you tour already. What's the chairman of the NDC doing a thank you tour for?
I believe the chairman's thank you tour is on the back of his own national campaign that he embarked on during the campaign period. He went from constituency to constituency. He went around the country from, traversed the length and breadth of this country campaigning for votes for the NDC. And he has decided to go back to the people that he asked for votes to say thank you. It is not within my authority to say how good or how bad that is. We have a general secretary who can decide to say whether it is a good move or not. I do not see anything particularly wrong with the general secretary, our chairman, who is well recognized by the days, to go back to the people that he asked for votes. I mean, there are people in my village I asked for votes. And I have called them to say thank you for voting massively for the NDC. Can you call that a thank you tour? I mean, I have also gone back to my community where I live in Accra here. I have gone around and I have said thank you to them for coming out in their masses to vote for the NDC. I think
what would you say to people who are saying, what would you say to people who are saying that it's just a way to spice up his purported presidential candidate's campaign?
He has not announced his candidacy, has he?
Are we also concerned about the fact that there was a video that was circulating on social media which didn't directly announce? But if you know the characteristics of how usually...
I think that some of these things are also manipulated.
But are you concerned that he didn't come out to condemn it or confirm it?
No, but there was nothing wrong with the video. Even if it is a video that he put out himself, which I doubt, I think there was a lot of manipulation from the NPP. They added some music and then they posted it, right? He hasn't come out to...
Why if he wants... What if he intends to be a candidate? Is there anything wrong with it? No. Why the NPP?
I'm asking, what if he actually intends to campaign or to run as a candidate? Is it a crime? There's nothing wrong with it. He's perfectly allowed. Just like anyone else, I am allowed to run. I'm allowed to come out and declare my intentions. If he does intend to be a candidate, I think that there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I think there's just much ado about nothing out there. Him, any other member of the NDC that decides to be a candidate is perfectly allowed, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Okay. Dr. Zaato.
Yeah, thank you very much. I like the way my sister is saying, and I must say that Biziedin should be worried. Look,
give me a minute. So here is a post by Franklin Kujo. It says that chairman of the NDC party on a thank you tour. For what? Chairman, instead, please tour all the Galamsey sites booming with activities and together with the president, declare those areas danger zones. If you're able to do this, you may be on your way to receive the chief successor title. Otherwise, you'll just be an influential toothless general. What do you think of this post by Franklin?
I think that Franklin is entitled to his opinion, and he has made his opinion well known. If you go on that post, there's also counter-arguments, and the counter-arguments are also legitimate, right? Just because someone has made an opinion doesn't make that opinion supreme to other opinions. He's expressing what he thinks and what he feels. There are institutions that are fighting illegal mining. In fact, as of yesterday, there are so many operations against illegal mining communities that have literally completely closed down major illegal mining operations. It is not the duty of the chairman to fight illegal mining. But government is doing that. I think it's unfair to suddenly someone else can come out and say that he should go and stabilize something else, right? There are different things we can easily come out and throw at chairman to go and work on. I mean, I could easily come here and say that I think that your job should be this and that and that and that, right? It's an opinion. It doesn't hold supreme to every other opinion. I maintain that the chairman has announced his intentions because he did campaign for the NDC. He is going around to tell those he campaigned to that he's grateful for their votes. If there's anything wrong with it, we have party leadership who can make that decision. It doesn't lie with me. They have the constitution of the party. They know the rules and regulations that govern our party. And if they think that it is okay for chairman to go and, embark on a thank you tour, I think there's nothing wrong with it. And all these allegations of him having any ambitions, I think that ambitions are free and everyone can have an ambition. We should not criminalize anyone just for wanting to be a presidential candidate. Dr. Zaato, the NPP's Dr. Zaato, keeps saying my member of parliament, the Honorable Bidzie Deng, should be worried. He's asking all sorts of questions about my camp. Bidzie Deng is actually my uncle.
He's my uncle too.
I campaigned with him.
Yeah, I know Laura. I've been to Laura.
Yeah,
I know the place. Yeah.
It's nice to know that.
There's a passing of the torch from G to her. I'm just saying.
It's passing on what torch?
I have no idea what he's talking about.
To her, yes.
We have. It would be nice, wouldn't it?
Very nice. I agree. I will contribute to your campaign. Don't worry. I will donate to your campaign.
Dr. Zaato, pay attention.
Have you finished your own campaign? Dr. Zaato, have you finished your own campaign?
I can do both.
Okay. Doctor, are you on a certain campaign?
Just like, no. But he did stand one time as a parliamentary candidate for Sisala East, right? Under the ticket of the NPP. No, but if we're talking about people's candidates,
you asked a question, why this? When after the elections, there are something called, there are certain traditions, there are certain normal things to do. Political parties, especially lead candidates, who either win or lose, go back to thank the people and volunteers and everything. They do that. When His Excellency the President won, he went back. He did that. He went around, he thanked the people. For the first time in the history of the NDC or any political party right now, we are seeing another thank you tour by the chairman of the party. The question is why? It's important for us to understand why is it happening. Look, this is the front page of the Daily Guide, and it says something. Selective justice, mass dismissals, erode Mohammed's goodwill. Imani has actually come out with a study. So there are two main reasons why the National Chamber of the NDC is embarked on the one. It's a panic move. Two, it is the beginning of what I've called the battle royale between the comrades and the cadres in the NDC. I will start with the former. You see,
we are the same. Comrades and cadres, we're the same.
The NDC is now sharply divided into two strong opposing, uncompromising camps. One is called the comrades. The comrades are led by His Excellency President Mahama. They are deputized by the Chief of Staff, Julius Debra. They are the people, majority, they have nothing to do with the...
You're saying this confidence.
Yes.
You can confirm these.
Exactly.
Well, these are not...
Yes, I can confirm. The comrades have nothing to do with PNDC. They have nothing to do with the region Rawlings. Hey. Their loyalty is to one person alone, President Mahama. The comrades now make up almost 80% of the government, all appointees. Those are the comrades. Their leader right now is President Mahama, and their de facto is Julius Debra. That is one camp. Two. The second camp is made out.
All the NDC follow.
The second camp is made out of the cadres.
Has it changed?
They're called cadres.
He's making up stories.
The second part I just call cadres. Okay. The cadres, their loyalty was to Jerry John Rawlings. Their loyalty is to the NDC, not an individual. Most of them serve in fact, AFRC, PNDC, and they came back. And they are woefully missing the current government. Almost all of them. So you see, that's what I'm saying, that the current government is about almost 80% of comrades and about 20 or 10% of what? Of the cadres. So the question is, as General Asedu in Kadir, the party chairman, represents the cadres. He is the candidate of the cadres. All those who have been ignored, maligned, refused employment or whatever appointment they can, they see as their future hope, as the only person who can win. So what you've now seen
Dr.
is that...
Zato, to be fair,
that's my theory.
Everybody else...
no, I'm running a theory.
We're doing a peer review on your theory. You can throw your theory at us. We're peer reviewing.
Not everybody can be appointed. Yes.
Fair enough. Of course, so not everybody can be appointed.
Yes.
Now, before you even go further, in November, right here on this channel, was Election Brief, where we followed all of the political parties during their campaigns. And I can confirm to you that we indeed reported that the chairman of the NDC indeed went soliciting for votes. So what's really the novel situation here?
The novel is that, again, I've just told you the novel. This has never happened. When the NDC won power in 2008, you didn't see the national chairman going out separately. When they won power in 2012, you didn't see that happening.
But it wasn't also a very popular
But he campaigned separately.
Yeah, it wasn't a popular act for the chairman to be campaigning separately.
So again, because of these things you've talked about, it opens the camp for us to now begin to why. And I'm telling you the why.
Okay.
So what you've not seen is that he has launched. So the first shots have been fired. And you've seen that. There are members of the NDC. Ras Mubarak took him on yesterday. And there are also members of the NDC supporting what he's doing. The camps have divided. You have seen the division of those camps. You have seen the people that are pro-Aseidun Katia cheering him on. You've seen the long convoy yesterday going on and telling people that if you are not appointed, have hope. If you don't have a job, now have hope. I'm saying that these are the battle lines. This battle between the cadres and the communists will be, they will make Game of Thrones looks like child's play.
Okay, nice that you have brought this on. And I'm going to go to Nanaya. My question, give me a minute. Your question, my question to you is that at the time that Aseidun Kita or the chairman of the NDC decided to go soliciting for votes, I didn't see divided opinions.
That's exactly what I said before.
I didn't see divided opinions. But now
there's divided opinion.
So what
Where is the divided opinion? No. I think that Dr. Zaato is trying to look for a war in the NDC to equalize what is going on in the MPP right now in the lead up to their primary.
Dr. Zaato out.
His party is engaged in tribal corrupt politics, and the NDC has nothing to do with it.
Let's talk about optics.
He mentions, great.
Let's talk about optics.
Look, there are no divisions
last year,
in the NDC
I didn't see that there was a concern about why is President Mahamudu, the then ex-president...
Who is raising the concern today?
I had not seen it, but today, Ras Mubarak had a post.
Ras Mubarak's post, let me check.
And another MP has come
on. He deleted the post because I don't see it.
We'll figure it out.
Has Ras Mubarak deleted the post?
Not even within the party. With Franklin Kujo of Imani, I didn't see, because
but Franklin Kujo is not an NDC.
Not that. We're asking that why didn't people question why the chairman of a party was going for a campaign, soliciting for votes at the time? But now he's going for a thank you tour. We're a community. We're a country and society. Listen, what do you think is triggering?
I think it's rather disingenuous to watch the chairman go on a campaign and have no questions about why he's campaigning. Then when he decides to go on a thank you tour, we have questions about why he's going on a thank you tour. There have been many allegations made about divisions and cadres against who. Listen,
comrades.
Look. There's no difference between cadres and comrades in the NDC. Cadres are who? Grassroots politicians. They engage in community mobilization. They work more. Who am I? I'm a grassroots politician. I'm a foot soldier. Cadres are foot soldiers. Comrades are the same people, members of the NDC. There is no difference. All of us are members of the NDC. Okay. You cannot divide us based on who started with PNDC and who is in NDC. It's the same party at the end of the day. All those who are NDC members support President John Dramani Mahama and are committed to ensuring a successful execution of his tenure as president. And while he is president, we are all rallying behind him and ensuring that his term is a successful one.
I'm not sure about this morning whether Ras Mubarak has deleted it, but yesterday we've got receipts.
Well, I just checked and
I'm just reading it to you. Thank you tours are led by candidates.
Did you screenshot it or something?
I mean, because I work in the newsroom. We've got
because I went to his wall and I didn't see it.
Okay, so I'm giving it to you. Don't worry about it. It's very verified. Thank you tours are led by candidates, presidential or parliamentary candidates, if it's a constituency tour, who lead a party into an election in partnership with party executives. Never throughout NDC's history has a national chairman, after an NDC victory, decided he is going on a thank you tour. Aside that, the flag bearer, in collaboration with the party, has done or is doing. This is dangerous precedent and unnecessary distraction to the government. Nobody must be allowed to hide under a thank you tour to advance their premature presidential ambitions. It's intolerable, and the chairman must be blatantly told so.
I think the chairman himself has cautioned persons who are engaged in projecting themselves as potential presidential candidates. He himself has admonished us to focus on the term at hand and to ensure that we deliver to the best of our abilities. That is what we're doing. Ras Mubarak's post, again, I think he has deleted it. Does that mean that he has changed his mind or he has changed his opinion? Since it's no longer on his wall, then I have to wonder if that is what he really stands by. We are all allowed to have an opinion and to change it based on information that we receive. I believe that he has probably now received information that makes him understand what is going on. Again, I say, if there's anything wrong with what the chairman is doing, the General Secretary will decide.
Okay.
Yes.
Nanayao, you followed the two arguments on what it looks like or what it doesn't look like for the NDC chairman to go on a thank you tour. What's your position?
Yes, I would come on that. But before I do, I think you were talking about rich in ideas.
No, I've not. I've not talked about that. But if you, I can talk about
that. Yeah.
I can talk about that.
I was expecting them to be telling us the ideas they are rich in.
Okay,
instead of
I just wanted
money.
to hint on.
But you don't want to hint on it anymore because
No, I'm going to hint on it.
You see, that's the collaboration.
No, Doctor,
that's the beautiful
I moderate
collaboration.
this conversation.
Because
do you still want to?
When I just picked up the Business and Financial Times, then I saw a headline: AFCFTA digital trade protocols hailed as a game changer for intra-Africa trade. Then it came to mind. The main brain behind AFCFTA was Alan John Kojo Tremantin when he worked there at
the Trade Ministry.
Not at the Trade Ministry. I mean, when he was with AU.
Okay.
So main brain behind them. These are rich ideas. When we're talking about rich ideas, we are talking about ideas like
so it's Alan who has the rich ideas.
Automobile development policy that has seen
my sister
the turnaround of the automobile industry, bringing in giant companies like Nissan, Toyota that are assembling plants
under the MPP regime, right?
In Ghana.
As an MPP minister.
We are talking about rich ideas. We are talking about the business
as an MPP minister of state
that was established.
The same MPP you are running down now. You see the irony. He did this under the leadership of Akufo-Addo.
Dr. Zaato.
Let's finish this.
The post is still on
of course,
on his Facebook page.
When you do not have ideas to the rich, so-called rich ideas to present, and when you talk about 30 or 33 policies which are unidentified and that cannot be seen, and somebody is mentioning his, you would vibrate like the way Dr. Zaato is vibrating, and I'm surprised. But moving on. See,
I think Dr. Zaato naturally is a person who likes to look like he's vibrating, so I will not accept such words on him. But please proceed to and do not respond.
You know, he can be very calm.
He's always calm.
He's always calm until you have contested what he has said.
Okay.
And then he begins. I don't know what happens to him. Okay. But let's move on.
On the NDC matter.
When you read Franklin Kujo's post, what came to mind was that, does that mean that Franklin Kujo has not gotten a hint of the efforts being put in by the Lands and Natural Resources Minister and the current government, at least on the fight against Galamsey? In as much as that we still do have ideas and we have presented some more of the ideas to the current government. I mean, if you look recently, the Movement for Change presented a 10-pointer on how to deal with the issues of Galamsey. But at least, let's appreciate, for once, what has been done. Let us look at the achievement of NAMOS.
Since you presented it, have they?
Oh, no, some of them have been. We've seen some of them being undertaken. The steps to repeal the act that we're all fighting of, I think, is it 2462?
To mine in
that is Zaato's favorite act.
The act that was forced on us by
I just still keep quiet, right? I just still keep quiet.
I mean, steps have been put in place to repeal it and to present a new one to Ghanaians. And we look at the consolidation, all right? Or
we'll talk about it. You can hold it.
He just said something.
Please hold it.
This is a total indictment on the leadership of President John Mahama on Galamsey by the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference.
Wait, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Please. So
we would interrogate this. You see, you don't bring our bishops into your
they have. This was reported.
They did.
No. I understand. But you see, sometimes the context.
The context is that he's doing nothing about Galamsey.
It's important. Now, if you look at Nemos.
I mean, blue water guards were inaugurated, did they not?
Mami water guards?
It works for him to...
blue water guards have said it.
No, you're just making claims. There's nothing wrong
more
with
like
pushing for this to be done.
You understand me? But at least, if you read a report by Nemos, all right, the over 300 plus structures that have been destroyed within 72 hours. If you look at the over 440 excavators that were seized, all right, that have been, if you look at the system that has been put in place by the Minister for Environment and the DVLA in sanitizing the excavators was an importation into our country. If you look at the current declaration as security zones that were done by the president, at least, whilst we push them to do more, whilst we hold them to be accountable, all right, let us at least mention the little things that they have done. But to tell a political party's chairman to be the one to lead this crusade, you have not been fair. Franklin Kujo, in all honesty, what has a political party's chairman got to do with the torrent of Galamsey sites to fight Galamsey? Let us rather hold the government accountable to the innovative ideas that many Ghanaians have presented. And if they have not been able to handle these ideas or have not been able to exhibit a political will in fighting it, then we can question it. But to say that a political party's chairman should go on a tour, you're not being fair.
I mean, of course, Franklin Kujo is not a politician, at least not publicly that we know. So if we put him aside, are you curious about, or no partisan? A good word to use, aside the politician.
Every one of us. They are all partisan politicians.
All of them.
Who are everybody of us. Every single soul. You belong somewhere. You either belong to left or right or center left or center right. You belong to an idea. You belong to something. You can't live in vacuum.
I like to think that, of course, people belong to ideas. I am talking about people publicly saying that they belong to a particular political party. But I am saying that Franklin Kujo, as we know, let's just put his comments aside. You have made the point that, well, asking a party's chairman to be part of what governance is supposed to be is uncalled for. But are you concerned about...
Not what governance is supposed to be.
What they're supposed to do?
Yes, I mean, Asedun Ketia or Chairman Stephen Ayensu of the NPP or my leader, Boniface Abubakar Sadiq, how are they able to tour when the president himself has even stated that they have established a secretariat that is supposed to coordinate? And so whichever entity, whichever agency, whichever individual that has information should channel their information to the secretariat. Okay. You understand? And so why? I mean,
but are you concerned about Ras Mubarak's comment?
I have not read his comment, but of course he's a party foot soldier. All right, he has been a member of parliament. He's risen through the ranks, and he knows what he's talking about. If he thinks that what his party chairman is doing he needs to be cautioned, or he needs the line has to be drawn, and he has raised that. That so be it. I mean, I do not want to mingle in their affairs. That is their home affairs. Let them deal with it.
Okay.
But you see, it is better to have a voice in a political party, all right, and it will be respected and well dealt with, and you will not be insulted and intimidated, than to belong to a political party where, when you have been able to identify an issue or raise an issue, then you are being seen as the evil, a devil within the political party. It is better to have a structure, a formidable foundation moving and working, than to have a political party that will not even give you the opportunity to establish what you have seen. And of course, we've been in this country where members of political parties would raise issues and they are sacked unconstitutionally. We've been in this country where you would raise an issue or mention or say something about a particular person's activities, and then your life is threatened. And then you are intimidated. We've been in this country. And so if they have decided to allow him to say what he's saying, they have moved from those days. Because some years back, it was one political party that seemed to have been the most attractive political party to elites and to the ordinary Ghanaian. But today, what do we see? Make a statement and it is against them, and it's chaos. And that is not the way to build political activities.
Okay.
Political
I just wanted to add that I have checked.
I'll give you 30 seconds.
You mentioned that Ras Mubarak's post is still up. And I have checked, and yes, he still has the post up. I think that he's allowed still to have his own opinion. I do not begrudge him that. But you also notice that there's a lot of argument under that post. The opinions of the people who agree with it are as valid as the opinions of those who disagree with it. I, however, think that it is commendable that the NDC allows its members to hold individual opinions.
What he wrote, do you think is an opinion or is a fact? He stated history.
No, he's speaking based on his experience of the party, right? But like I said, if it is something that is not allowed in the NDC, the General Secretary would decide that.
Okay, please take 30 seconds to respond. We're going to other issues in the news.
I just like the fact that the movement for change, the NDC, are one and the same when they come to this. When you talk about
talk about completely different.
Let me make this point.
Completely different.
This bloody battle between the cadres and the comrades.
You made the point.
It's imaginary.
It's coming. The point I'm going to make is
let's not allow
I have not seen any battle in this
misinformation.
Which one?
What is the definition?
It's exactly disinformation. You cannot tell us that there's a...
What is the definition of a comrade?
Actually,
he talked about...
What is the definition?
I've defined
the Pan-Africans.
I have told you that comrades, we are...
But the person who belongs to the
party... I've also told you that cadres are grassroots persons, and we are all grassroots persons.
What I want you to understand is
no, his theory is unfounded. His theory is wrong.
If you have attended any meeting of Pan-Africans,
I thought it was
they refer to themselves as comrades. Comrades are individuals who share in one idea and belong to same organization. Am I right? So I do not understand why he would want to differentiate.
I think that no one who belongs to the NDC has made that clarity. So
it becomes difficult if probably somebody meets me and I'm a member of a Pan-African organization and calls me comrade.
Make the point without this. Can you make the point without...
I shouldn't go back to the comrades.
Why would you want to?
Thank you. He brought about the... So he brought about...
You seem rather obsessed with the NDC members, the comrades and the cadres.
He brought about the...
But we should be interested also in a political party that started a thank you tour that could never finish.
Okay, the two of
that
you.
ended up
Let's be kind to Dr.
chaotic manner that stumbled.
Oh, we've been kind to... He's the one who is harassing all of us here. Dr. Zaato, he has been heckling and harassing all of us here.
So he's going to the Catholic conference.
Your party started a thank you tour. They were beating each other.
Because I have read that statement extensively, and I do not see comrades and cadets in there.
Thank you. He brought about an issue about Galamsey, and I just want to continue there. The Ghana Catholic Bishop Conference have this to say about Galamsey. They said, look, yet in the face of this, the President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, appears not to grasp the existential scale of this menace.
Give him water.
Then they went on. This is how they ended us, and they said, the hour is late. Delay is betrayal. Now, not tomorrow, not later, is the time to act. This is the damning verdict on the President of the Republic of Ghana. Go and get your own. On how he is not fighting the Galamsey fight. Look, these men, remember, they have said this again and again. In fact, the Catholic Archbishop of Accra went on the street of Accra praying the rosary. I am a Catholic. I know what it means for a bishop to lead a prayer of the rosary on the streets of Accra before the elections. This thing means a lot to them. And they are now telling us that the president has woefully failed on that fight. And it's true. Their general, their national organization.
The president does not appreciate the
existential
threat does not amount to failure.
It does. It does. What does that mean? Existential. Remember the word, the emphasis on existential. It means our very existence of the world based on that. So if you don't grasp that, our very existence depends on this. Then you feel it. That's the point they're saying. They say our very existential crisis depends on
we have other matters in the news.
No. I just need to respond.
You're not responding to anything.
Okay. I will respond.
Okay, good. Okay, go ahead. Then I also respond.
No. But you are the one saying something and I'm responding. So you don't have to. No. So it's only fair balance. Listen, he has pulled up the statement by the Catholic bishops, which I commend as a Catholic, that the Catholic bishops are making their voices heard in governance. What I'm surprised is that he states that he's a Catholic, but it looks like he's a Catholic with memory loss, because you are able to pull up what they said today, forgetting what the same Catholic bishop said in October 2024. Were you not in this country? Is this the first time that Catholic bishops have spoken against Galamsey? Catholic bishops spoke against Galamsey during the Akufo-Addo administration. Why don't you remember that? Why is it suddenly so special to you today? It is okay for them to involve themselves in governance. It is something that is encouraged for all facets of society to involve themselves in governance. It is allowed for them to make their opinion known and to push and encourage the president to act on matters that they feel are pressing to them. It is commendable. The same Catholic bishops in October 11th, 2024, they had a whole conference.
They have been consistent in their calls.
So don't make it seem like something peculiar to today's NDC. No.
He won't be wrong. I think that
no. Government has done a lot of work where Galamsey is concerned. Yesterday, NIMOS has been out there ensuring that Galamsey communities completely dismantled. They've been in the Desiri Forest Reserve. That's in what? Brongahafo, Mankroso.
Can you mention any new thing they've done that has never been done before?
Listen.
What is
NIMOS has been working.
There's nothing novel about that.
That's for the conversation.
There's also nothing novel about the Catholic bishops coming to talk about Galamsey.
That statement cannot be a separate statement for us to discuss.
No.
Agree,
So
right?
a quick one. Do you see, if you ask Zaato that what is the idea or suggestion you would want to make to government, you say state of emergency.
No, I won't say that.
What extent? Now listen. Just a second.
Let's talk about.
If you read the paragraph, the paragraph 7,
I have read, and it's not different from what one said that they have said last year in 2025 as well.
But we stress a declaration whilst urgent is insufficient. The point is that the president himself has admitted and said that just declaring a state of emergency would amount to nothing. But rather, let us look at the scientific steps that have been taken.
That's public knowledge.